Hi everyone, my name is Putty and welcome to the first of my 10th anniversary projects. This is going to be a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas with quite a few mods to try and make it a little bit more modern. I'm starting this a little bit earlier than I thought I was going to because I can't really sleep, and I thought of, well, there's nothing better to do than to get started with this early. I'm going to play a bit of New Vegas and hopefully head off to bed. Hopefully this will be a relatively quiet stream. This is streamed over at twitch.tv/Matsudaira if you're watching this on YouTube. And the future episodes will be as well. Otherwise, let's get straight into it. Like I said, this is probably going to be quite a nice quiet stream, but the downside of that is that there's not going to be anybody around to make sure my audio is okay. But hopefully I had a little bit of a check beforehand, and it seems to be working fine. I'm going to move my mic a little bit closer to me. And apologies, this is going to be a relatively chill, unedited playthrough, so you're going to be hearing a lot of... I have a deviated septum, if I haven't mentioned that before, and it probably means I'm going to be sniffing a lot and blowing my nose a lot, and it is unfortunate, but without editing, it's really hard for me to fix any of that kind of stuff. Also, keyboard sounds. I don't have a proper mic stand or anything, so there will be a few keyboard sounds, but hopefully that won't be too bad. If you want a full list of mods, you can head over to my Twitch channel and type !mods. You should be able to do that even when I'm not live. If that's working. Otherwise, I'll try and put a link in the description. It's not a lot, it's just kind of basic stuff, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It has been a while since I've played New Vegas. In fact, I believe the save file that is on my cloud saves is the save file that I have most recently played, which would be... Oh, sadly it doesn't give you a date, but yeah, let's avoid all of that for spoiler reasons, and jump right into Fallout New Vegas. I have played this on the channel before. This playthrough will be worse. It'll be a little. It's not like 100%. I'm just chilling, playing through the game, my favorite game of all time, and seeing what we do. I'm looking forward to it though. Let's get right into it.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves, forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Well, that was a short game. Damn. I'm gonna re-roll a new character out here. Oh, there's a loading screen. Maybe we're not dead. No, I disabled the caravan pack. Grumble, grumble. Grumble, grumble. Alright, fine. Does make the game a lot easier.
You're
Cool.
awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
No, I don't know my name. I have no idea. All I know is that I am a courier.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
I'm gonna make the New Vegas character I always make, which is the slightly bald. So I'm gonna go Hispanic. The very bald, very slight bearded guy. See how close we can get. I want a relatively like hefty face to work off of. Something smiley. I like this guy. That's fine. Mainly thinking about a hair here. That looks alright to me. Nope. Is it balding? Yeah, it's balding. There are very few, like, hairstyles and stuff that I actually think look relatively reasonable in this game. And it's, I mean, this Survivalist actually looks quite nice. But it's the, oh, what is it? There's one that looks really, like, decent. I think I used it last time, and I use it pretty much every time I play. Because it's the only one that I think looks reasonable. No. Although, a few of these are actually impressing me more than I remember. It's like the... It goes all the way up. Maybe it's at the top here. Oh, it's this. Yeah, this is the one. I kind of like Survivalist, though. Although, it's a little bit Old man in the wilderness, isn't it? I like that, actually. It's pretty memey. Get it a little bit lighter colored. Let's do rosewood. Fuck it. Yeah.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Oh my god, look at those feet! You'll immediately notice a few of the mods I've got installed are pretty obvious. You may be seeing some new textures, some new lighting, although the lighting is kind of mainly outside. Yeah. We're not going to loot anything yet, because I want to get rid of all of the shit in my inventory before I start looting, because I don't think we're going to keep any of it. And also, I do have enhanced camera, which is this thing. I really hate it when you look down, you can't see your body in the base game. But, yeah. Did all my controls save? Oh, they didn't? Really? No, you just can't crouch yet. Cool. Now, my main question is, what is the default? Okay, cool. Right.
Ooh, looking good so far.
Oh shit, I was gonna...
Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
I wanted to look up
We'll
before we...
learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
I wanted to, before we started today, I wanted to look up what all the stats do exactly, because I've forgotten. Damn. So, yeah. Strength is mainly carry speed, melee weapons, but also, like, there's a strength requirement on a lot of weapons. Perception, a big thing about perception is that it affects how far away you can see enemies on the compass, which is kind of a big deal in Fallout New Vegas. You don't want perception to be too high, otherwise you're kind of going to be a bit out of sorts. Endurance, I think, increases your damage resistance. Yeah. But also increases your health. Endurance is quite nice. Charisma, I think, is a dump stat in New Vegas. I don't think Charisma does anything on its own. So you can pretty much ignore it and just boost the stats that Charisma boosts. Because Charisma itself doesn't do anything in New Vegas, I think. Intelligence increases the amount of skill points you get per level, so that's actually really big. Agility increases your speed, which is kind of a big deal, and also your action points, which is kind of a big deal. And then luck is a huge deal in New Vegas, because critical hits, but also you need a certain level of luck to cash out all the casinos, which is one of the main ways you make money in this game. So, we're definitely going to take one off of Charisma and one off of Perception. Because Charisma is a dumb stat, and I don't like my Perception to be that high anyway. I think Strength is something we're going to want to boost at least once. Intelligence is something we're definitely going to want to boost. And Luck is something we're definitely going to want to boost. That leaves us 4 points. These are out of 10, I believe. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. These are out of 10. So, it's quite okay. I don't want to be bad at, like, anything, realistically. I don't think our character should be naturally charismatic. Something we have to learn. Luck is important, but I think 7's okay. I want intelligence to be high, and I want strength to be high. So let's bump both by 2. And leave that as our character? That looks about right. 8 strength seems a bit high, though. That might be too high. 7 strength might be okay. And then we can up, like, either charisma, so that we don't cut ourselves off from charisma perks, or endurance, or maybe even agility for a little bit of extra speed. I think that could be really useful, actually. Or maybe we should go for 10 int, because we kind of want skill points as early as possible. I don't mind that idea. 6 strength is probably enough. 10 int early, or aren't you supposed to go 9 int because there's like something that increases it, like implants and stuff? Maybe just go 8 int. Go for the agility. Go for the strength. Or maybe we could even bump up the charisma. And then we got a relatively balanced character here. Has 6 strength for any strength requirements. Alright, one thing I'm going to have to check, because it's really important, is what the strength requirements are on a melee weapon that I plan on getting really early in this playthrough. Strength requirement of 8. Okay, interesting. Alright, hold on. I'm going to go over this Fallout New Vegas special system here. This is what the streams do that I wouldn't usually do in a YouTube playthrough, is I get to just have a gander at random shit that I wouldn't usually stop to look at. I'm going to look at like perk requirements here. That's kind of one of the more important things. So, strength 7 is required for some melee weapon feats. Strength 6 is required. Perception 7 is required for lockpick bullshit, not needed. Int 7, that doesn't seem useful. Endurance 7 is needed for solar powered, which is kind of trash. And rad absorption, which looks kind of trash. Agility 7 is needed for nerves of steel, it looks kind of trash. Silent running needs agility 6, that actually seems pretty useful. Here's some dead money shit. Strength 7 is needed for heavyweight. Perception 7. None of that looks that important. Endurance 8 for thingy-majingy. That doesn't seem that important. For Lonesome Road, we need perception between 6 and 8 for alertness. That looks a little meh. Endurance 8. Int 7 for... yeah, it looks okay. Agility 8. Sneaking speed while wearing light or no armor. Meh. Alright, so the perks don't seem like that big of a deal. Otherwise, we're talking about like carry weight mainly. Companion nerve, which I'm a little bit meh on. Okay, so we're definitely going to dump charisma then. Charisma's getting dumped to at least 2 because I like round numbers. Strength 8, wait, was it strength 7 for that melee weapon? Hold on. Strength 8, okay. And then I'm pretty sure you don't want to go max in all anything for some reason. I can't remember why. Perception 4 is fine. Endurance of 5 is probably okay. Agility of 6, it seems to be kind of keeping me where I need to be. That seems about right. That looks nice. Or I could draw... or I could go for a strength point later and then grab the intelligence now. And like just grab a strength point before I get there. That seems okay. You probably don't need that many perks early. Alright, I'll do that. There you go. That's the character.
Look at that. Maybe them bullets done your brain some good. Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat on my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Shelter.
Night.
Day. I'm gonna say sleep.
Bandit.
Reasonable.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Father? Cookie jar.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say.
Okay.
First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
No opinion?
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Agree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Agree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
No opinion?
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
I've never really thought... I'm gonna take a look at it before I think of the answers. It looks like a mountain or a rocky crag to me. I guess an oozing
Okay.
is closer.
How about this one?
It's like a man walking on water.
Last one.
Two bears high-fiving.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright. All that shit's kind of irrelevant because you get to pick your shit afterwards anyway. And this stuff doesn't actually have that much of an effect on the game. So don't worry too much if you get it all wrong. Just have some fun with it. I say get it all wrong. Don't worry too much about what you say. Just have some fun with it. Alright. So, tagged skills I'm pretty sure do not improve at any increased rate in this game. I'm pretty sure tagged skills are just a bonus to the skill. It's such a shame our science is at 24 instead of 25. But it is what it is. So, I think we want to go melee early on. Sounds a bit suicidal, but I think... I don't know, very hard's really actually relatively hard. Having low guns seems a bit meh. You don't get the energy weapon ammo you need early. You'll be going guns in the mid to late game anyway. Probably. I definitely want... speech, because it's at 10 right now. Probably barter as well is something worth getting on early. Get that early money up. And then probably a weapon skill. So let's go guns. What's our melee at? 20? We're probably okay.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. Got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Okay, so these are really interesting. So the favorite parts about Fallout New Vegas. Most of these are abilities that give you a positive benefit in return for a negative drawback. So we got Built to Destroy here. That is, all weapons have a plus 3% chance to crit, but equipment condition decays 50% faster. This is pretty good, but largely is not really worth the hassle. You gain +1 to everything when you're outside, but suffer -1 when inside. This is a static state game. There's no random generation, so if you know the game well enough, you can know how good this is. Some of the hardest shit is outside, in all fairness, but I still don't think it's worth it. +2 special attributes early in the day, and then -2 later on is actually not bad at all. But yeah. Fast shot is fire 20% more quickly, but 20% less accurate. Also, I think that should be quicker, right? Four Eyes is fun. +1 perception with glasses, -2% perception afterwards. That's pretty cool, and you can usually have glasses on. Good Natured is nice. It's just a flat +5 to your barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech, but -5 to all of the weapon skills. Especially since you're going to be specializing in one weapon skill early on. This is usually quite nice. And remember, you don't have to pick any of these. So it's completely optional. Heavy-handed is nice. Do more damage, but less critical hit damage. This is pretty nice, because you're probably not going to be doing too much sneak attacking with these weapons. So that seems pretty good. Hoarder is +25 carrying capacity, but you get a -1 every time you're carrying below 160 pounds. You could expect to be able to carry about 200 pounds if you're average strength, or up to 300 if you've got decent strength. So this is okay. Hot-blooded, your health drops below 50%, you gain 15% more damage. I can actually just go through them like this. Suffer -2, yeah, this isn't very good. Kamikaze, +10 action points, but your reckless nature causes you to have -2 DT. Logan's Loophole, this one's fun. So, you never get addicted to chems, and they last double the time. but you can only level up to level 30 instead of level 50. It's not strong enough of a benefit, but it's fun if you want to just cap your level at 30. You can throw faster, but less range. Plus 5 skill points to every skill, but you suffer 10% experience gain. This combined with Logan's Loophole makes for a very interesting curve. Plus 1 agility, but your limbs are more easily crippled. This is quite interesting. Using guns and energy weapons, you fire slower, but more accurately. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to grab that. I've never used that before. And then Wild Wasteland is just completely like... It adds some interesting shit in the game. I don't remember whether I used this last time, so I'm going to use it this time. And then I think... I usually pick up Skilled. It's pretty good. But this looks like it... This looks like 20% accuracy is a lot. It's not even a damage decrease. I'm gonna grab Skilled. I don't mind a minus 10% increase. You know what? I'm gonna grab Heavy-Handed because it sounds fun.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Hold on, you actually gotta get up from the chair manually. Now there's a lot to loot in here that you should probably loot before you leave. But I think I'm gonna leave, come back, and then start looting.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Thanks for patching me up, though.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
We're going to be playing on hardcore mode. It means you gotta eat, you gotta drink. You can't actually access your... Oh, you can actually. Never mind. You can't pull your weapons out. Oh, maybe I don't have any weapons equipped. I don't really know. But now that we have our Pip-Boy, I guess we should actually loot the house. But yeah, by the way, I love this font. This is like a remastered version of the old Fallout 1 font, which I'm a huge fan of. So yeah, let's go find a container to stick all our shit in, and then let's loot Doc Mitchell's house. What container should we use? Monka. This footlocker seems as good of a place as any. There's got shit in there that I don't really want to take. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it. Alright. So. That, I think, is a real starting thing. I don't think you should start with the binoculars. Anything with max durability, I'm just going to stick in there. That I'm not supposed to have. That I'm not supposed to have. Even though these are such good items. I wish I could use that, but unfortunate. I don't feel good about having extra starting shit. So we're just gonna put it all away. We're gonna put it all away. I'll keep the ammo, because it's ammo. Whatever. Alright, now we can actually get to looting. So, purified water and stim packs, that's good shit. Dirty water, I think we just leave. It's not really worth it. I don't think there's any good books in Doc Mitchell's house. Oh, I forgot about the Pip-Boy lights. That's some good old shit. Carton of cigarettes is probably worth it for the, Can I not sneak yet? You can't sneak yet, okay. Also, occurs to me that some of my immersive HUD stuff has been deselected in previous from previous saves, unfortunately. I don't really like immersive HUD all that much. It's okay, but there are parts of it that I'm like, eh. I would like the clock, please. Ah, why is it there? Grumble, grumble. Now! I like the clock. I think it's definitely a good thing to have. I do wish there was a better way of moving it. But hey, that is what it is. Gotta put it like above. There's notifications that'll come up on the top left of your screen, so I'd like to put it above those. I do like it in the top left of my screen, though. Alright. And then... there we go. Cool. Oh, I think it's possibly not popping up for some reason. I can't really remember why. Sunset Sarsaparilla is, I think, pretty trash actually, but I'm gonna take it because it's fun lore-wise. Let's talk to the doc a bit more.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can. Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none, man. Still don't. Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore. Sorry, I'm afraid I'm all out of lollipops. This here's Goodsprings, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Goodsprings Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us. That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town. I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it. You take care now.
Sounds a bit like he's from Minnesota. Pretty far from here. Okay. There's some good shit in here. Not the blood pack, unfortunately. Med-X, though, that's damage resistance. Stimpak's just flat healing. Rad-X gets you resistance to radiation. Anti-venom's really nice. Ooh, a laser pistol. Also, you may notice the looting's a little different than you might remember from Fallout New Vegas. That is, of course, part of the mods. Links in the description again. Nice reading glasses there. Doctor's bag, that's huge. That's limb recovery. Sunset Sarsaparilla is nice. You can repair this submachine gun with a repair of 25 or higher, which we don't have. I think we don't have 25 science yet. Yeah, we'll have to come back for that, maybe. And then we have nothing else there that we really want. Okay, I'll take the hat, the caps, and get the hell out of here. Oh, we should read the note first, actually. Deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint, take possession of the package, and pay for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash at the Mojave Outpost Agency in Prim. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. That's not bad, right? We only have 28 right now. Package contains an oversized poker chip composed of platinum. You and authorized, blah. Okay. Also, we're going to get to this soon, but one of the reasons why I really like playing this on stream, because we like to play a lot of music here on stream, is that I'm going to get to listen to the radio all day. And the New Vegas radio is freaking awesome. Still really like this moment. They've done it all most of the 3D Fallout games, where they just have this blinding reveal of the world to you. I do love these textures and the lighting mods we have here. This is the metal fella.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
So yeah, we got a lot of the DLCs loading. I did try to disable a few of them, but unfortunately it seems not to have worked out so well. Alright, well. Let's... Oh yeah, we do need to check, we do need to have our weapons here. So right now we have some pretty shitty weapons, and there are some nasty things in those hills. So I think a visit to the general store is maybe not a bad idea, but we were also told if we wanted some help we should go to Sunny Smiles at the general store. So let's have a natter to her. Let's talk to everyone we meet along the way.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Primm don't stay independent for long, not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken-down relic with no place to be. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Thanks, Easy Pete.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Thanks. Oh.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Okay, sure. As you can see, there are a few things in the game that will be marked red. That means you'll lose karma if you steal them. A morality system in the game. But also, if somebody catches you stealing them, they might not react very kindly to it. This is a good showcase of a few of the new textures that the mods I've installed you're using. Seems to be no bartender here. Can I just go grab myself a drink? Or nope, that doesn't seem to be the case. It's a shame. This is a lot quieter than you might expect. Oh, nice. Nice. Is this private in here, or it seems kind of private? But it's just out of reach, so nobody can see. Sadly, I can't really hack into anything at the moment. A lot of Sunset Sarsaparilla, though. A bit more than I probably need. Purified water, though? Oh, that's one thing. I need to turn off. There we go. There you go. Karma is a relatively large system, as in it takes quite a lot of points to get your karma to the negative or positively affected areas. So don't worry too much about petty theft. You're going to have opportunities to redeem yourself as the game goes on. Before we deal with this, unless a quest trigger happens, this, I believe this caravan is a free bed. Yep, where nobody else sleeps, which means you can use this kind of as a starting house. There's 2 containers here. Very little in it, so it's quite nice. Some crops out here, but they're not yours.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
It's not working, Sonny.
That's the right idea.
Hey.
Put down the sight.
Yeah? Alright.
Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
Okay. Oop, you can see the gun jammed there. That's because it's low on condition. You can see on the bottom
Nice
right.
shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Sure.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
I want to get to like level 3 before I leave Goodsprings, I think. There's a lot of stuff here that you can explore if you've got a little bit more XP. So, I think I'll do the full tutorial. I think you run a little quicker when your gun is holstered. So, but I'm also agility 6, which is nice. You can see I'm got a bit of a pace on, which is quite interesting. One thing I noticed, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I was doing a little bit of pre-testing. I'm pretty sure backpedaling is actually faster than just forward pedaling, I guess, in Fallout New Vegas, which is a little weird, but hey. I guess while we're running, unless Sunny interrupts me, I'm going to talk a little bit about the texture packs. I'm using NMC's texture pack, which is probably the most... I think it's the most popular mod for Fallout New Vegas. And I'm using the small version, because I really can't tell the difference between the small and the large version. It has the same amount of textures from what I know, they're just lower resolution. And I'm also using Ojo Bueno, I'm using the Ultra version of that, because I love the Ojo Bueno textures. You saw those with the jukebox and the pool table back at the saloon, and also textures the roads. I love the Ojo Bueno roads. The NMC roads are very clean. Ojo Bueno roads are a lot more dirty, much more like the natural game.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
I'm going to try my best to not install too many more mods as this playthrough goes on. The only ones I'm thinking of maybe are character overhauls.
Go give them hell.
Or face overhauls, clothes and stuff like that. Because I really like keeping things relatively relatively low modification. Like, you'll notice the UI I'm using doesn't change the font or anything like that. It's kind of just a cleaner and more expanded version of the vanilla UI. I really like that. I think just trying to make this like a remastered version of New Vegas playthrough is kind of an interesting way of going about it. Alright, I do want to loot these geckos, but I know that this tutorial quest is kind of on a time limit, so let's go try and have a chat with Sunny. I'll try and avoid jumping too much, because...
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
Oh, what happened to my time? Where's my time? Hold on. Extra HUD. Show clock. Clock. Oh, I think it's here somewhere. Right? Yeah. There we go. I know it's a little bit tacky up in the top left, but I do like to be able to know the in-game time. I think it's valuable. Also, we're getting a lot of ammo for the varmint rifle. The varmint rifle, by the way, it's a pretty shitty starting weapon, but it's not that bad. It's got a damage of 8. What's V/W? I don't really know. But yeah, it's got a damage of 8, strength requirement of 3, the value's 11 caps, and it uses 5.56 ammo. We can use V to go into VATS here, which is like a version of the old Fallout systems. Hold on a second. Just gonna check something. Ooh. Yeah, I want to avoid adding too many monsters. I tried to make some due diligence to make sure I had the mods I wanted before we started. So I'm going to hopefully not have to add too many more mods to it. So yeah, like I said, there's been a time crunch. I guess there's a time limit on this starting quest because these geckos down here are attacking someone, as you can see. And yeah. They can't live forever. Ooh. Oh, she is almost dead. Hopefully that head cripple will... Nice.
There's too many!
You're okay. You are alive. Did I really loot them all? Okay. Cool.
Hey.
Hey.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
I'm starting to realize that my camera's in the way of, like, the name tag there. Is bottom right gonna work? No, not really. Maybe I can just make the camera a little smaller. Hold on. Here, let's make the camera just a little bit smaller for this. Ooh. See if that works. Yep, we got. So this is reputation. This is one of the reasons why it's really good to save her. It's because you start to actually have reputation benefits in this game, which is cool. It's like localized karma. Oh yeah, I already learned all of this.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end.
You didn't.
Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Now this one I'm just gonna skip. She doesn't really tell you that anything that interesting.
Okay, say no more. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Yeah, this is probably the best place to put the camera. If anybody has any suggestions, you can let me know. Alright, I'm gonna drink. And then there are a few things we can do while we're out here. I think it's probably worth doing as well. Just coming down here. I think there's a discovery down here, right? Or, no, I think that was Goodspring Source up there. So she was just going to tell you how to make, like, healing pulses, I think. Which is just Brock flowers and Xander roots.
Hello. Hello? Can you help me?
What's wrong?
My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die. Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail.
Okay.
You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry.
Alright. Out in here, do I remember correctly? No, it seems I do not. That's okay. So yeah, past this broken radio tower up here and up on the ridge, apparently there's someone stuck. Let's go check it out. Oh, here's your last chance to edit your character. I think I'm okay with it. Probably could have optimized the stats a little bit better. I forget how important it is to have good stats, because I know you get to raise them, but I know it's like a whole perk to raise a stat, which is quite relatively expensive. You only get 25 of those, I think. So, it's definitely not free. You might notice I'm crouching a lot when I'm attacking. It's not just for the sneak attack thing. Oh my god. Ow. It's not just for the sneak attack thing. If you can get a sneak attack... Sorry. It is not just for the accuracy thing that Sunny mentioned. If you can get a sneak attack... if you can get a hit on a weapon, on a creature, while you're still hidden, you get an automatic critical, which is like relatively hefty at this level. So, it's something I'm definitely often trying to do. 30% chance? Hell yeah. Oh, that was not a lot of damage. You know what? It was something though. There are actually a lot of geckos up on this ridge. Like, fair warning. Like, be careful when you're up here. I say when you're up here. I think very few people are going to choose to join me on this playthrough, which is fine. But just, I'm going to be cautious, because there's quite a hefty amount of geckos up on this ridge. And you see this varmint rifle already starting to jab. Nice. That was just a natural critical strike. You may notice us getting quite a few critical strikes throughout this campaign, because I have obviously got like a little bit extra luck than most people would have at this point, because I have enough luck to, like, reasonably get me through the casinos, I think. Where's that other gecko gun that I killed? Yeah, this varmint rifle's really low condition, but that's okay. It's a lot. This game, the early game, is a little bit easier if you start with all of those packs that I dropped, because they have some really nice weapons and armor in them, which is one of the reasons why I dropped them. Is because this early game stuff is a lot more nostalgic to me. Just trying to find a good weapon. And actually, this quest we're on right now to go and save this girl actually has a really nice weapon at the end of it, so it's one of the reasons to do it. 39% chance to hit the body? Eh. There you go. And just to show again, because this stuff feels very easy to me. Easier than I remember. We are on very hard. Very hard hardcore is what I'm planning on playing start to finish this time. Not sure what I played last time. I think it was normal hardcore. Or maybe very hard non-hardcore, I don't remember. Definitely hardcore is the way to play, though. Okay, this is one of the harder parts of the early game. And I kind of wish I had saved, because there's definitely the chance you die here. Luckily, the AI on these geckos... I'm gonna save real quick. Yeah. Luckily, the AI on these geckos are really terrible when you're backpedaling. They're also, like, I feel like they're a little slower than you when you're backpedaling. So, I find it's not too bad. You just backpedal and keep firing on them. New Vegas was the first of the 3D Fallout games to have iron sights. In Fallout 3, you just had an aiming reticle. So Fallout New Vegas had iron sights, which was quite a nice step up at the time. You may also notice my weapons look a little bit different, or you may or may not notice that. I have got the weapon retexture project, which I am a big fan of. I was going to install Eve, but it is incompatible with a mesh mod that I have. And I did a bit of research, and there are people that, in the years following my previous New Vegas Let's Play, have decided that Eve is now an unpopular mod. So, no Eve for us in this playthrough, unless I change my mind later. That is a sick shot of that gecko. We are getting low on ammo. Luckily, we're also getting low on geckos. As you can see, it's pretty easy to kite these guys. Just one guy left. Be careful when you get to the top of this mountain, because there are a few nasty things up here. And as you can probably tell by the lack of screaming, there doesn't appear to be a woman up here. And with the amount of geckos that are up here, if there was a woman, she is probably dead. But that is the geckos cleared out. I just hope we don't have some unfortunate news to give to Barton. But, I mean, if there was a woman up here, oh my Jesus. There's no need for such a violent imagery game. As you see, there's also a bear trap up here. And there is an active bear trap, I believe. I'll have to get caught on it. I think that's it. There you go. Oh, Johnny? A Merc outfit, and there is a, where is it? Wait, what are these? I haven't seen these before. Balls? What? Merc Charmer outfit, I believe, has actually got some decent stats. Like, is it, yeah, it's damage threshold 1, which is slightly higher than my damage threshold, which is nice. Damage threshold, by the way, is the amount of damage you can take before you start taking damage. As you can see here, 10mm pistol, which if you're not starting with those packs, that is a nice starting weapon. Comparing it to the varmint rifle, which I believe was damage like 11 before we started breaking it. This is also damage 11 and is a pistol. So that's quite nice. So it fires a little faster. 4 aces there. Wait, 5 aces. Oh no, Johnny, you lost. Clearly he's cheating at a card game. This is also, I believe, a free bed, which is quite nice. I don't know if there's anything in the footlocker. So yeah, that's a nice little upgrade to our setup here. We're got a little bit healthier. Oh, hey Barton, how's it going, brother?
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you.
Damn, Barton. It's some. I guess it'd be like that, huh? Oh no. My VATS character is not very good at aiming at Barton's head.
Like that?
Ah, pain. Pain. Let's immediately drink some Sunset Sarsaparilla. Because Barton's actually not a terrible shot, unfortunately. Ooh. Why is the combat music dying down? Where's Barton gone? Is he running away? Oh, there he is. Hey, what's going on, Barton? You were the guy who just betrayed me. Are you out of ammo or something? You're a bit too late on getting the stash, Barton, but hey. Also, my VATS aim is awful. Oh. Actually, that's a good shout. You can aim for, like, the legs and shit, and you will end up crippling them, which is nice, because that stops Barton from running.
This is hopeless!
It is, Barton. I mean, I think killing Barton gives me XP. Wait, is Barton healing? Anyway. Your head better be easy enough to hit from here. He's healing! He better give me XP. It looks like he did. 20 XP is definitely worth it. Alright. So some 9mm rounds and 9mm pistol is okay. 2 bottle caps is fine. But the main thing is he's a bastard who deserves to die. Let's have a look at what his outfit gives. 2 damage threshold. That's even better. And agility 1, endurance 1 is actually Pog. Yeah. Let's grab that. Perception. Most hats will give perception. And of course glasses won't unless you have the 4 eyes perk. That's one of the reasons why perception is so bad too. It's because you can get so much of it through like equipment and stuff. So, yeah. Don't like me my perception. Nor do I like me any charisma. Do we? No. I don't think we have enough survival to actually pick up any loot off of any stakes yet from those geckos, which will be a very nice early piece of. Here's what Sunny Smiles would have taught you how to make. But yeah, is there any? How do you make a gecko steak? Survival 25. All right. Might be something we prioritize because, you know, you can die from starvation in this game, and while water can be found naturally, food you do have to kind of make yourself, you know? Post-apocalyptic wasteland, everything's irradiated. Can't just eat fruit. Las Vegas is that away. Good to know. Well, we're going to head back to Goodsprings. We're going to take the long way around because I know a few landmarks along the way that'll be good to explore. And it's good to get a little bit more loot. We've got that 2 damage threshold now. We've got a 10mm pistol, which is pretty solid. Probably even better once we've actually repaired it. So, that will be nice. And then, yeah. I am going to hopefully explore a lot of regions in this game. That's the plan. That coyote did not see me coming. Coyote meat's pretty good too. See, this is the kind of early New Vegas experience you don't get. If you're playing with the new DLC or the pre-order packs that they just eventually gave to everybody, where all the guns are just jamming every time you reload them because you're just low durability. I don't know if they liked that experience or not, because I think one of the reasons why they gave everybody the the pre-order packs later is because they just thought that like having low durability guns just wasn't a fun gameplay experience. It was like a mistake on their end, which is like fair enough. But I do kind of like it. It's part of the New Vegas experience for me. Also worth mentioning, you might notice how fucking easy some of these mobs are to kill. And that might surprise you if you played early New Vegas, because there are some really hard mobs in early New Vegas zones. But yeah, early New Vegas zones are very like specifically designed to tell you exactly where you're supposed to go. So like, yeah, this is an early dungeon, this cave. Like, you're expected to be in here, so the mobs are really easy to kill. But if you were to go on the road, ooh, hello. Even though I'm saying they're really easy, I definitely do not want very hard monsters eating me. If these guys get enough good shots on me, they still will kill me. So let's not underestimate them. But yeah, if you get off the beaten track, you will get some nasty shit. Nice, our first level up. I think we can put off the survival for 1 level. We'll make sure we take over science. Lockpick needs 11 points, like stat. And then our speech, 13's not, 3's not going to do anything for speech. Don't care about these at all right now. Bump that, bump that, bump that. There you go. Let's start bumping survival, actually. And now we got our first perk, which is a little different to last time, actually. I can't take the hunter perk, because I do not have survival 30 this time. Interesting. Confirmed Bachelor gets you a bonus against male opponents. And some unique dialogue options while dealing with males. Basically, you are attracted to members of the same sex. Intense training is just an extra stat point. Lady Killer is the opposite of Confirmed Bachelor. Rapid reload is nice. That's fine. Extra experience is nice. This is kind of one of the early times where you can just take intense training, which seems decent. But let's grab Lady Killer instead. Yeah. I don't think I care about anything else here. Maybe I just grab intense training. What would I spend it on? Maybe probably luck. Yeah, let's grab Lady Killer. Seems more fun. Ooh, a Bright Follower. A ghoul, if anybody's played previous Fallout games. And there is a laser RCW, which is an automatic energy weapon on the body, which is very, very nice indeed. As you can see, lots of DPS because it fires quickly. Also a very valuable item. Does this 9mm pistol become stronger than the 10mm when repaired? Incorrect. Unfortunate. And over here there are some dead prospectors, or wastelanders. Right, is there a coyote? Oh, hi. Yeah, there's no way my aim is going to be good enough here. Should let Vats take the wheel. Alright, so we got here laser pistol, bottle caps. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to check. I want to check if the outfit that was on the Bright Follower was any good. Ooh, that's good. It's ammo for the, what do you call it? The varmint rifle. The Bright Brotherhood robe is actually 2 damage threshold, just the same as mine. But doesn't give any other bonuses. So this one's probably better. Also, it's late in the day now. It's 6 PM after all of that kerfuffle. So we'll head back to town and give everyone a chatting to. Possibly. Head to bed. IRL and in-game. I'm tired IRL as well. Oof. Let's see how this recording did. In terms of sound and everything. There is one other landmark I'd like to hit up before we return to Goodsprings, though. Involves actually two other landmarks, but one I'm not sure if I would consider it a full-out landmark. And you might have just caught a glimpse of one of the places we're about to visit. That up there is the graveyard. It's definitely something we're going to be interested in, but not quite yet. And there it is, as you can see over there. Pretty reasonable landmark. Now be careful. These are the dangerous hills that I have spoken about previously. And I really do mean it. These are nasty. They have giant scorpions in them. Be wary of those hills. Be wary of those hills. Here is the Devil's Gullet. Crashed. Truck seems to be down here. Gonna investigate. There's probably some interesting loot on there. Oh, hello. Come on, coyote. If you want to come at me, bruh. There's not a lot of particularly useful stuff down in the Devil's Gullet, but there is a very interesting collectible, which you will find in here. As you can see, this bottle cap has a star on it. It's called a Sunset Sarsaparilla Star Bottle Cap. This will become important later. But for now, let's just make sure to pick that up. A little bit of ammo in there. A few microfusion cells in there. I think there was a laser pistol in there last time, so I think that box is slightly randomized. I was exploring this area a little bit earlier. Also, time is getting on in the day. It's good to have that clock on there. It's almost nighttime. I have a mod, one of my mods is called Nevada Skies. You can check out the mod list in the description, hopefully. But if not, you can go over to my Twitch and type !mods. And you can get a link to the paste bin where I have hopefully provided all that you need to know about the mods that I'm using. But one of the mods I'm using is Nevada Skies, and that makes the nights particularly dark, which I like. It makes a few of the areas, I think, particularly nice looking, especially when they have like natural lights and stuff. So yeah, I gotta be very careful around here, but we should be able to discover this location, the Yangtze Memorial. We're not gonna... Oh, the bunker's right there. We might go have a gander at that. Yeah, this is very nice, very unique textured area, and you might be able to see from that sign there. That's about as far as we're going, because there are Deathclaws ahead. If you've played previous Fallout games, you know that Deathclaws are nasty beasties, and there's one of those giant scorpions I was talking about, and they are nothing to sniff at either. So yeah, a few graves here. I think you can only dig those up with a shovel. There's also a hollowed out rock though, with some ammo and a wrench. That's very nice. I'm gonna quickly try and see if we can reach that. Oh jeez, it's actually hard to see with my light here. It's actually very dark, as I'm sure it is for you. That bunker was around here though, right? Yeah. Pip-Boy light's a little easier to see here. And then we won't do a lot of traveling at night here in this game. I do think the dark skies is a good idea, even though it is providing a few issues here. I think there are some smaller rad scorpions around, but there are also some giant ones, so worth being careful. This place is quite nice. Another place I think where you can just use this as a player house if you want to. Oh, that's dirty water. I don't want to take the dirty water. Lad's Life, which is nice. Mainly though, this medical box with a stim pack and some Radaway. Sometimes I think there's better stuff in there. But yeah, there's also some scrap electronics, which is a very useful part later. And you've got a reloading bench here, so another potential player housing option. Not a lot of storage in here though. Ooh, jet. That's nice. Not a lot of storage in here though. Ooh, and a machete. That's actually very nice for the early game. How much damage does a machete do right now? 11 damage is very, very hefty. Against like the coyotes and stuff, it's probably worth using, but you gotta be very careful against the rad scorpions. The Night Iron is a weapon as well. It's 13 damage? That's honestly not that bad either. Might give that a go. It's obviously a lot slower than the machete, but hey. Oh, and some decent rounds in there as well. Yeah, very useful little looting area there. And then we'll use fast travel for the first time to get back to Goodsprings. We explored this area today, and as you can see, the map is pretty huge, and there are other maps as well. Off through the Northern Passage, through the abandoned BOS bunker, and the Mojave Drive-In, and the Canyon Wreckage, so yeah. Very, very large map here. Let's head back to Goodsprings. I think we'll, oh, look at that. Very atmospheric, if you ask me. Oh, it doesn't come across very well on camera, the blacks. They're a little dulled out. Very, very nice on my screen, though. We're going to head up to our little caravan and rest for the evening. And then in the morning, we'll head to the general store and we'll finish things off there, and I'll start tomorrow's stream with more pressing things. Sorry, with talking with the characters about yesterday's incidents.
Hello there.
Oh
It's
my.
good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
I've been conscious. I've been conscious for like a day.
Okay, you're a dangerous sort, I get that. But I have some information I think you'll find useful, which made me follow you for a spell. It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps.
The bottom of the cliff?
You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on. There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called Sunset Sarsaparilla Stars. Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps. All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow, new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception. It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands. That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either. No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Curious to see if he actually does have any of these caps. What the hell? Where's he going? Whoa! He just disappeared? Or did he have to teleport through this thing? Oh, I think he literally just disappeared. I guess he's like programmed to like walk a few steps and then despawn. That's kind of sucky though. He might have had some caps on him. That actually super sucks. Ah, well. I wouldn't have killed him for him, but I wanted to check to see. Maybe I could pickpocket it off of him. Anyway, that's cool. I don't see that guy that early because I know I don't often get those star caps from the I don't often get those star caps from the Devil's Gullet, right? So usually I wait quite a little bit longer before I meet that guy.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Can do.
Okay. Sell our random shit. Like, I think we should sell this. We're not good at laser weapons anyway. And that's a lot of caps that he can give us for it. Ooh, a combat knife's quite nice. I don't remember getting this. The Merc Charmer outfit's probably worth selling for 11 caps. Do we have any Misk stuff? Gecko hide, I think you can tan that. So I'm going to keep it, I guess, for now. Gecko eggs, I think, are just worth selling. Maybe they have a recipe. Let's just sell it. Coyote hide, I think, is probably worth selling. Oh, that's what V/W it means. It's value per weight. That's quite nice. It's part of, I guess, the UI overhaul we got going on here. As for energy, or as for ammo we'd like to sell, probably the Electron charge packs. Microfusion cells are really expensive right now, and we can probably get more value out of just selling them. We'll sell the ammo we don't need anymore, like for the grenade rifle that we don't have. And then let's check what he has. Oh, he has a few things from Gunrunner's Arsenal that are really fucking expensive. He also sells a shovel, which will be useful for up in the graveyard. That's a lot of damage. These GRA weapons are so good because they're... what do you call it? They are... they're at full durability when you buy them. Leather armor for 69 caps seems like a really good deal. Stimpaks for 104 though, not so. And then he's got ammo. So 10mm ammo is probably going to be like one of our most valuable at the moment. He does not have any 10mm ammo. 5.56 is probably good. And he said he had surplus ammo. Is that in like MISC? Ammo box. 5.56 surplus. I think we'll just accept that deal.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
Oh, jeez, don't whack him over the... Oh, God, no. Exit. Okay. Yeah. Seems good. I'm gonna put that leather armor on. So that is a 6 damage threshold. That's a significant upgrade from what we had previously. Leather armor also looks pretty nice. It's pretty classic for me in this Fallout game. Something I use quite a bit. Yeah, we didn't have the radio on this entire stream, but that's probably for the best for now. We will chuck her on when we get back into it next time. I think this is a good place to end it off, with that lovely orange sky over there. Thank you all for watching this episode. Is that a glitch in the sky, or is that a real thing? I cannot tell. We'll find out next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed the very first stream of Fallout New Vegas. I certainly enjoyed making it, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.